Good morning out there in YouTube land. It's time for part 3 of the Shriners Parade car complete restoration and refit. This week we'll be installing and plumbing the braking system. The first part of the video will be a 1.5-minute slideshow showing the process of the brake system being installed. The second portion will be a video of the making of the clamps that hold the brake lines. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and as always, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I like hearing from you all. Thank you. Okay, here we are. I'm getting ready to break the edges and get this a little easier to handle here. I'm making the clamping mechanisms for the brake lines to hold the brake line in place. And now the second piece. I'll try to set up for a little better view next time I do this. Okay, here I'm going to drill the 3/8 inch hole through the center of the two pieces laid up on an edge, which actually it's going to split the hole. It'll split the two pieces and put the 3/8 hole in between them. A little tricky to get in. Small pieces, you know how they are. There we go. I'm putting in the centering bit now, and that way I can get a good starting point for the 3/8 bit. Turning on my digital readouts. Okay, let's drill that pilot hole. I'm going to change over to the 3/8 bit now and drill the 3/8 inch through hole that the actual brake line will go through. I'm going to tap start this to make sure that this starts where we want it to. Remember, it's drilling between two pieces, and the pieces are split, so I need to get a really good start on it. And here we go. Okay, that has a 3/8 through hole. I'm going to reinstall the two blocks back in now in the opposite direction, and then I'm going to drill a clearance hole there for a 3/8 32 screw, which will actually hold the clamp to the frame. And get them up against the stop. Okay. Now I'm going to adjust in the hole. I've got the digital readout down there, and that'll let me align it to where I want it to be. And again, we're going to use a starter bit. We'll go down, mark it. And now to drill the clearance hole. We'll get the bit in there. And there we go. We'll drill through the top piece and then go out and mark the bottom piece, and then we'll remove that top piece and finish drilling through the bottom. Okay, holding it against the stop. And now drill the clearance hole through the bottom piece. Okay, now I'm going to deburr those two pieces that I just got through drilling. This is with a real small countersink. Now I'm going to mark out and cut the little chunks of rubber that will go in that 3/8 clearance hole that we drilled earlier where the line goes through. So this will be the rubber that will actually do the rubber lining of the passage. Okay, now we're going to actually super glue the little piece of rubber in the 3/8 half circle that we had there in that portion of the clamp. Here's the rubber, and there's a short piece of brake line which will of course press that rubber right into the half circle just like we need it. Okay, the super glue should be dry, so now we're going to pull the first half of the clamp out and put the second half in and put the piece of rubber in there and get it glued up also. Darn, I hate it when I do that. And there we are, gluing the second piece of rubber in. Making sure it's seated well. Okay, now we'll go over and we'll trim the excess rubber from the half circle. Okay. Here we're going to place the clamp there where it needs to be, double checking the other side to make sure it lines up. I will get the clearance bit, come back over here and mark the location for the hole that we need to tap for an 832. Just making sure it's lined up right where I want it. You're looking at the bottom of the car. Actually, here I have it upside down in the rotisserie. Alright, here I'm going to drill the hole for the 832 threads I need to put in. I'm going to tap the 832 threads. Goes in very easily. Good fit. Now I'm just deburring the hole. That way that threads will start real good. I'm trimming the excess rubber off of the second half of the clamp. I'll need to get the screwdriver and the screw, and we'll get that clamp set in place. Starts great. Goes in good and smooth. A successful clamp. The brake line is captured in rubber all the way around, so there won't be any chafing or wear. And it's good and rigid. Well, at this point, I think the brake system is completed. So let's just go around this baby and take a good look at her. I'm going to pull you guys off the stand here. So here we go. Oh yeah, those brake lines look good. They turned out real nice. And you can see all the clamps that were used all throughout the system. And there's the master cylinder. And I did not get the sending unit for the brake on there yet. I've got to get a 90-degree to go elbow for that, and I'll get that next time I go to the hardware store. Oh yeah, the back brake looks great. She's coming together. It's coming together, it sure is. This has been a great project thus far. I've really enjoyed working on it, doing the engineering on it. Turned out real nice. I'm very happy with it. Well, thank you for watching.